He was a brave principal and confident, really loved his nations, still fighting although he was sick, carried on a stretcher, wearing a shabby robe. He was a great general. Could you guess him? Yes, he is General Soedirman. And Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I am Racha Haidar from SMP SAMBAS boarding school. At this time, I will tell you a story about General Soedirman. Soedirman was born in PURBALINGGA. His full name was 𝗟𝗘𝗠𝗢𝗡 and his full name was Siam from Rawalo, Purwokerto. They were a farming family. Since he was a baby, Soedirman has been adopted by 𝗟𝗘𝗠𝗢𝗡, a Wadana assistant in PURBALINGGA, who is married to Soedirman Aum. Soedirman was educated on how to keep time and learn how to use money as well as possible. He must be able to divide his time between studying, playing, and reciting. He was also educated in Japanese gentry manners by Mrs. 𝗟𝗘𝗠𝗢𝗡. During the War of Independence, Soedirman was elected to be the commander-in-chief of the enemy. On December 1948, the Dutch unilaterally terminated the Railway Agreement. The Dutch tried to control the capital city of Jakarta. At the time, Soedirman, as the commander of the enemy, did not accept the action of the Dutch. So, Soedirman went to the president to discuss. Dimas, why are you here? To stay home and calm down, said Soekarno. How can I calm down, Mr. President? The Republic's been taken over. The Netherlands has followed the agreement. Let's go to the forest. Join the girls with me, Mr. President, asked Soedirman. Dimas, I am a president. My place is here. My job is diplomacy. This is my way of war. Meanwhile, Dimas is a soldier. He will place on the battlefield with Dimas' troops, answered Soekarno. But Mr. President, if you are here, you can be shot, killed by the Dutch, said Soedirman. Then Soekarno explained to him. It's the same. Here or in the forest, I have two chances of being killed too. If it is for the sake of the Republic, Soekarno is not afraid to die. Then Soedirman asked permission to take an action. But Soekarno asked him not to push himself because he was sick. Then Soedirman said, Soedirman is sick, but the commander of the enemy is not sick and will never be afraid to defend his independence. Even though the sweat is pouring out, even though the body is covered in blood, Soedirman's spirit will never die, Mr. President. Maju tak gentar, membela yang benar. Maju tak gentar, hak kita diserang. Maju serentak, mengusir penyerang. Maju serentak, tentu kita menang. And finally, General Soedirman started the war with the guerrilla warfare. 1949, in the jungle of Java, Soedirman coughed all night. He shaved cold and hold the cold air. His lungs were getting worse because of tuberculosis. For Soedirman, the nation's capital may fall, the president may be arrested, but the enemy never gave up. The last version of the Republic is on the heart of the soldiers. That is what General Soedirman always thought. Soedirman's army traveled around rivers and hills with their remaining strength. After a long journey, Soedirman sat down and rested with all the soldiers surrounding him. And he said to his troop, several times were hit by bullets and bombs at the Dutch. Several times the survivor was saved from death. It means that the power of weapon is not the main. War is no longer against invader, but against evil. I believe with Allah's permission, even though we are limited in weapons, limited in bullets, even though we have nothing. However, we have noble intention. We'll win this war. This is not about ourselves, but a struggle for the people and country we love. If any of you want to give up, I don't know you. Please go home. I know you miss people you love. They choose to keep fighting together. There's one asked Nori and Kipling and two other soldiers to go and monitor situation in Jakarta. They walked through the forest. Due to the explosion, Kipling was left behind from the crew. Kipling encountered the Dutch troop and he was shot, killed by the Dutch. Nori and two other soldiers find Kipling dead. They returned to Soedirman group and report what had happened. And suddenly, the Dutch came. The Dutch are coming, General. What should we do? Clean yourself and let's pray. When they were about to pray, Tirjo brought the Dutch troops to Soedirman. Here is General Soedirman, sir, said Tirjo to the Dutch troops. Tirjo, you don't know how to be Dutch fight. You're a traitor, shouted Nori. However, the Dutch did not believe it was Soedirman, a general who is known strong and have great war tactics. They didn't believe it because Soedirman looks unhealthy and thin. I don't believe this, Soedirman. You tricked me. You are stupid. This is true, Soedirman, said Tirjo. The leader of the Dutch felt cheated by Tirjo and he shot him. Bang! Yuri, the stupid one, said the leader of the Dutch. And the Dutch group finally left and did not catch Soedirman. In short, General Soedirman will success and resulted in the Roman agreement. From the struggle of the General Soedirman, one of the more valuable we can take is we must be optimistic and never ever surrender in our struggle. As he said, many people call their suffering as pain, but actually suffering is the result of their own fullness. Try and pray always. That's it about General Soedirman, and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.